Good morning. Welcome to Market Monday for April 7th, 2025. Last week in a Rose Garden speech at the White House, President Trump signed an executive order implementing a minimum 10% tariff on all imports that went into effect on Friday, and additional individualized tariffs on imports from 60 countries that in some cases will exceed 50%. If 60 countries wasn't enough, then the White House released a list of new tariffs on imports from 185 countries. A key question is to what degree the new tariffs are a negotiating tactic designed to encourage countries to work out better trade terms with the United States. Importantly, the executive order signed by Trump specifically gives him the ability to reduce tariffs if a country negotiates or takes other steps to reduce its trade barriers. That likely means the April 2nd announcement was likely peak tariffs, with subsequent announcements likely to be directionally downward as countries begin negotiations and make concessions. As we all know, President Trump has a history of rapid policy changes, so it wouldn't be surprising to see a series of alterations come in the weeks ahead. Not only could we see the tariff talk quiet down, but at any moment we could see rapid, aggressive, and previously unheard of tax reform come out of the administration. Did Trump not also say he was about to announce the largest tax cut in American history?
And now we're going to pass the largest tax cuts in American history, and that's where we're relying on Mike and John Thune.
Sure, politicians can and do say these things all the time, but Trump 2.0 feels like a man on a mission. Whether that mission is economically disastrous or genius, we'll leave that for you to decide. But these rapid and aggressive policy moves calls into question this idea of dual headline risk. Okay, sure, we just took the first downside leg of negative headline risk with peak tariff. But what happens if the White House comes out with reduced tariffs or some obliteration of the tax code as we know it? Think markets wouldn't scream higher then? That's the risk. Taking cover in cash or money market for only one side of the headline risk, but it's also detrimental to long-term returns not to participate in the strongest up days. Let me repeat that. It is detrimental to long-term investment returns not to participate in the strongest up days in markets. Sure, better to avoid the down days altogether, but we believe timing the market is not possible to do consistently over time. Here's what missing the best 5 days in the market looks like compared to the full ups and downs of the market. Here's missing the best 10 days, and so forth. Enter diversification. Diversification is our preferred tool to dampen stock market drawdowns. For reference, here's the S&P 500, the global market darling over the past 15 years. Here's NASDAQ. Here are international developed stocks like Europe, Japan, and here are general core bonds right here. Indeed, it does appear basic blocking and tackling diversification is working in 2025. And today we'll leave you with this reminder of why we invest in the stock market in the first place. What do you notice? This is going back to 1942. Bull markets, when the stock market is rising, last far longer and produce much higher percentage gains compared to the duration and drawdowns of bear markets. Sure, a bear market never feels good, but we have to stay committed to our long-term plans so that we can reap the full benefits of the next bull market when it comes back around. Have a great week.